Right now in 2026, a bitter paradox is unfolding inside the Pentagon as the newest United States Navy Arleigh Burke Flight 3 guided missile destroyer, a warship costing a staggering $2.4 billion, is being heavily outclassed by South Korea's Sejong, the Great Class Batch 2 destroyer. The recent launch and sea trials of the second vessel in this class, the ROKS Dasan Jeong Yak-young, has left American naval planners utterly stunned by a brutal industrial reality. While American shipyards, like Bath Iron Works, are paralyzed by severe labor shortages, causing production delays of up to 3 years, South Korean automated mega shipyards in Ulsan are rolling out these 11,000-ton titans in just 5 years at less than half the price. This critical bottleneck leaves the United States Navy highly exposed and structurally vulnerable in the Western Pacific, where they are rapidly losing the numbers game to the massive shipbuilding onslaught of rival nations. Leading global defense analysts now argue that the American surface fleet is facing an unsustainable crisis of being too expensive to mass produce and too slow to replace. On paper, their only tactical salvation would be to completely bypass traditional legal barriers and outsource the hull construction of American warships to South Korean industrial giants. Is Washington truly ready to swallow its pride and trust an Asian ally to build its frontline fleet, or is the global superpower officially conceding its industrial supremacy in the Indo Pacific? Before we go on, if you appreciate deep defense analysis that goes straight to the raw data, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And tell me where you are watching from. To truly understand the depth of this naval crisis, we must unmask the systemic vulnerabilities tearing through the American military-industrial complex. The newest Arleigh Burke Flight 3 guided missile destroyer is a technological marvel, packing the cutting-edge ANSPY-6 active electronically scanned array radar. However, American naval architects ran into a hard physical boundary because they chose to squeeze this advanced system onto a legacy hull structure originally designed in the late 1980s. This design compromise imposes a strict physical limit of just 96 vertical launching system cells. In a high-intensity conflict against modern anti-ship ballistic missiles and overwhelming swarm tactics, a warship with only 96 launch cells is highly vulnerable to having its defensive inventory completely drained in the opening hours of an engagement. On paper, when those cells run dry, even the most expensive radar system in the world becomes functionally useless against an incoming salvo. Compounding this physical bottleneck is a devastating financial and labor trap. The price tag for a single Arleigh Burke Flight 3 has skyrocketed past $2.2 billion, yet spending more money cannot fix a broken industrial foundation. Internal Pentagon assessments indicate that American shipyards like Huntington Ingalls and Bath Iron Works are short thousands of skilled master welders and pipefitters. This critical shortage of specialized labor has pushed back delivery schedules by up to 36 months, freezing the total number of operational frontline warships. While Washington remains trapped in this sluggish cycle of low production and ballooning costs, rival powers are rapidly building heavier surface combatants, such as the Type 055 destroyer, which fields 112 vertical launching system cells. The United States Navy has inadvertently forced itself into a dangerous strategic trade-off, purchasing a tiny number of ultra-expensive warships that simply cannot be replaced in a prolonged war of attrition. While the United States remains trapped in this industrial gridlock, South Korea has engineered a massive tactical solution that shatters traditional shipbuilding rules. The Sejong, the Great Class Batch II destroyer, represented by the newly operational ROKS Jeongjo the Great and the newly launched ROKS Dasan Jeong Yak-young, offers an immediate remedy to the Allied missile cell deficit. Displacing over 11,000 tons at full load, this surface combatant bypasses legacy constraints by utilizing a uniquely optimized hybrid hull. The ship features an unmatched configuration of 88 vertical launching system cells, which seamlessly combines 48 American Mk-41 cells with 16 South Korean KVLS-1 cells and 24 massive KVLS-2 cells. This specialized KVLS-2 architecture is wider and deeper than anything found on standard American destroyers, allowing the warship to deploy heavy strategic ordnance like the Hyunmoo threeC land attack cruise missile, which boasts a strike range of 1,500 kilometers. On paper, this massive missile inventory turns the South Korean surface combatant into a highly capable mobile ballistic missile defense shield. Integrated with the advanced Aegis Baseline 9 combat system, the platform can link fire control data in real time with the United States 7th Fleet, deploying ultra-long-range SM-3 Block 1B and SM-6 interceptors to eliminate theater ballistic threats in the mid-course phase. Recognizing this unparalleled efficiency, the United States Department of Defense has recently submitted a $1,850 million budget adjustment request for the upcoming fiscal cycle. This initiative aims to modify existing federal legislation to allow the United States Navy to outsource the construction of basic warship hulls and hybrid propulsion systems directly to South Korean megacorporations like Hyundai. The strategic integration of the ROKS Dasan Jeong Yak by the end of 2026 is projected to absorb up to 40% of the frontline patrol burden in the Indo Pacific, providing an immediate buffer against rising regional tensions. Ultimately, this sudden shift in naval cooperation exposes a fundamental clash between two entirely different military doctrines. For decades, the United States has strictly followed an expensive doctrine of total industrial isolation, spending $2.4 billion per warship to protect domestic jobs, despite suffering from severe worker shortages and years of chronic production delays. On the other side, South Korea has mastered a doctrine of industrial pragmatism, combining massive commercial shipbuilding infrastructure with advanced robotics to deliver 11,000-ton Aegis destroyers ahead of schedule and at a fraction of the cost. This contrast delivers a profound lesson for modern military planners, proving that, in a prolonged war of attrition, tactical victory belongs not to the nation with the most expensive technology, but to the nation that can maintain a rapid, uninterrupted industrial supply chain. As we look toward the next 12 months, Washington faces a critical dilemma that will redefine naval warfare. Accepting foreign-built hulls means the Pentagon can instantly deploy a massive fleet to secure the Indo Pacific, but it also means acknowledging that the American domestic industrial base is no longer self-sufficient. If you were managing defense procurement at the Pentagon, would you support outsourcing warship hulls to highly efficient South Korean automated shipyards to quickly counter regional threats, or would you protect domestic American industries, even if it leaves the fleet dangerously outnumbered on the high seas? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you appreciate deep defense analysis that cuts through the noise with raw financial and technical data, please support the channel by subscribing, liking the video, and turning on notifications so you never miss our next strategic breakdown.